Claire?
Yep.
Why can't you park the camper van like that?
Visibility, David. I can see exactly where I'm going because you've got a reversing camera on the car. You haven't got that on the van.
I wouldn't be quite sure of that. Hold that thought. So, as you can see from the clips earlier, we do not have a reversing camera on the van. I've always wanted to get one. However, I always thought it would be a nightmare to install. AUTO-VOX have told us about a product that I think is going to completely combat that. This is the Solar 5 reversing camera. I'm really keen to try it out. So essentially how it works, no installation at all. They say you can put the camera on within 60 seconds. So we will try that later. The reason why you can put the camera on so easy and you need no installation is it's magnetic, which is great for me because my worst nightmare involves drilling holes in the van. My second worst nightmare involves wiring, and it's also wireless. So what could possibly go wrong?
How hard can it be?
How hard can it be?
Well, how hard can it be? How hard can it be?
We'll see. Right, in the box. So you get a nice little carry case. You get your instructions and your warranty card. This is the actual screen. So we get the screen out. Now the screen is wide, which probably works for a lot of people, but for us, I don't have a massive space to put it into. But we'll try it out. Hopefully we'll get it mounted. You've then got the camera itself. So this is the reversing camera itself. I'm not sure where the solar panel... Oh, the solar panel's like there. So that's obviously on top. So that's why you don't need any power to power it, because it just powers from the sun. And then you've got your camera there. And then at the side, I'm guessing you screw an aerial into that to transmit it to the base. What else have we got? That'll be to mount the actual monitor unit on the dashboard. And I've got a really neat trick for this. You get a power cable. Now with the power cable, it also comes with a USB. So you can obviously expand where you're plugging it into. So plug it into a 9-volt socket, but you can also charge your phone at the same time. So that's really handy. You've then got an additional cable. Now I'm not sure what that's for. I don't know if that's to charge this maybe. So if you look in the bottom of the camera, there is actually a USB-C socket. So where this is magnetic, you could take it off of the van, take it in the house if there's not been enough sunlight, and you could charge it. So again, fantastic little feature, I think. And then we've got some, they look scary. So they are mounting plates, but I was told we didn't need any mounting plates. So not quite sure. We'll read the instructions on that because I'm not screwing anything into anything. That's just not happening. What else have we got? We've got our aerials here. So I'm going to pause you. I'm going to have a look at the instructions. I'm going to work out how we do this. Right. So true to its word, I think the installation should be quite simple. So what it would turn out is these brackets that they give you is in case you've got, say you want to mount it to a plastic bumper, because these are metal. And obviously, as I said, this is magnetic. So you've got one that you would mount flush to the actual van, and you would then put this onto it. Oh, I nearly caught my finger then. You've then also got another one that's a bit angled. So I'm guessing, I can't get this one off now. I'm guessing that's for putting it behind a number plate or something like that. You see it's a little bit beveled, so I think that slots over something. But for me, because we've got a metal back to the van, that will stick straight onto the back of the van. So it says that it's going to take 60 seconds to install it. I'll take you outside in a minute and we'll have a look. Now it does say before we install it that we've got to put this aerial on the side. So I'm going to count down how long it takes me to put the aerial on as well, and I'm including that in my numbers. This could take 60 seconds, this one. Right, the aerial is on. Okay, so now we're outside. I can mount the camera onto the van. Let's count the timer. Done. All I've got to do then is to pair this with the device at the front. Now, I think up the top is probably going to be the best place to put it, because you've got high up view all round. I could mount it there. In an ideal world, you'd mount it to here, but to do that, I would need to screw the plate in, which was something I wasn't willing to do. I'm thinking about it now. But it does seem all right there. we'll see how we get on there, and if not, I'll screw the plate into the plastic up at the top. So, installing the actual monitor. Right, so the first thing we need to do is we have got these two screws. These are transmitters, so these should pick up the signal from the actual reversing camera themselves. So we have to screw them into here, and they screw in very easy, just like so. In terms of mounting it, I've come up with a genius idea. So we have got an Apple CarPlay screen on top. That obviously takes up a bit of space, but what I've done is that used to be here, but I've mounted that to an old mat. It's like an old dining mat that you can eat on. Now what I can do is I can then move that. I can store things underneath it. That sticks to that. I can take the whole mat out when it goes for its MOT, so I'm not going to get in trouble with having anything block my view. And then this, hopefully, I'm hoping I can mount this somewhere next to it. Might be a bit of a challenge, but I think it will just about fit there. So let's try and see what we can do. So first of all, we will stick this onto there, and then that slides into place. Tighten that. Now this is going to be self-adhesive, so that's not quite tight enough. That is now tight enough. So this is going to be self-adhesive, so that will stick to there. It does just about overhang, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to peel off all of the sticky, because I don't want it to stick to the dashboard. I only want it to stick to here. So if I put it like that, if I only peel off the sticky up to there, that should stick and that should work. That's the theory anyway. Oh, David, is this going to work? So we're peeling back to just beyond halfway. Let's see if we can do this successfully. I reckon if we... It's quite strong plastic. I might need to go and get some scissors, which is the beauty of being in a camper van. I'll go and get some scissors from the back. There we go. Right, I've got some scissors now. So if I cut along this line like that, well, you can see is half of it will stick to there. The other half will overhang there, but it won't stick. So then I can just still lift this mat out of place. If I stick it about there, that's perfect. So I can see both of my screens, can still get to my plug socket there, and I can move the whole thing out if I need to, like that. Amazing. Right, let's try and get it paired up and get it powered up. First things first, I've got this whacking great big long lead, which is quite handy because I can now tuck all of the excess wiring underneath that placemat that I've got everything mounted on. So that in there. So in actual fact, I'm going to take this out the way for the minute. We want the end of that. These two bits plug in together into each other. So it's just turned on. Now do we tidy up this wiring? Just chuck it all underneath like that, and then put this mat back in place. So, and there we go. We've got both screens still accessible. We've got the mat in place. We just need to peel this plastic off, and then we can work out how to use the unit. I'm going to read the instructions and work out how to use the unit and pair the two devices up. So first thing I need to do is turn the camera on. Go and do that. Now that the camera's on, I need to work out how to pair it. And there we go. That is on. So that was very simple. It has paired itself, and I have got a very clear view of the road. So I'm just going to put that back together. Basically, all I had to do was press the menu button. So it seemed very simple enough to do. So I'm going to take you out for a drive now, and I'm going to show you how it works. So first of all, I wanted to show you how easy it is to switch on. So let me unplug it. So literally, if I now plug this in, it should just come on, and it should connect itself to the camera at the back. There we go, we are on, and there's the camera, and it is as simple as that. So you can see I've got quite a clear view of the road behind. It tells me it's recording, so there is internal storage as well. The date's not set, so I do need to set the date. And it tells me that it's getting charged from the sun because you've got the sunlight there, and it tells me that the battery is currently full. So let's reverse, let's see how it all works. Let's see if it can get me off of the drive comfortably. So if they excuse the parking sensors, they'll be going off as well, because the van does have parking sensors. You can see now that that is giving me a view all the way down to the end of the road. You have to excuse me because there is a car in the close that's beside our house. I'll just let him go. Now I'm going to reverse into the close so that I can pull out onto the road. There you go. As you come round, you can see the car there. It gives you as well, you see the warning lights. See, you've got green, so that car's in a green zone at the minute. If I reverse back up, that's amber, and if I reverse any more, it'll be in the red zone. So it gives you distances as to how far away you are from the car behind. Now I'm just going to go forward. I'm just going to go around the block and just give you an idea of how it all works. The other beautiful thing, and I did have an idea about this, is that while you're wild parked up, you could also use it as a security camera as well. So you could use that to see what's around you while you're asleep or while you're in the van. Obviously not while you're asleep. So I think so far so good. I think the fact that we didn't have anything previously, I think this only amplifies that. I'm just going to drive back home now, and I do like to reverse park onto the drive. So let me drive back and let me show you if this helps or if this hinders. So I can see the wall behind us. I can see that the wall is comfortably in a green area right now. As I come round, I can see that I am heading in between the two walls. I still need to use my wing mirrors. I can see that I'm going in. I can see where I'm going. I am sense checking it with my wing mirrors though, I will say that. But so far so good. Just turn that off. So I would say the main test will be how well does it work for Claire. So let's see. There you go. So, you have never ever reverse parked to the van before, have you?
No.
How did you find it? All right?
Yeah, it was alright. The sun's glaring a little bit on it, but
yeah,
I think we managed it. We're in the lines, so yeah, a little bit more practice. I think it's more about me than the camera. The camera's good. It's really clear. It's just I've got the sun glaring on it at the minute.
So it's helpful.
Yeah, but it's very, very helpful. So I'll definitely feel more confident reversing with that camera. I just need a little more practice, a little bit more. Yeah, pressure was on me because I knew he was filming as well. So.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah.
So,
good.
on that bombshell,
Doolittle's done.